Articulated vehicle drivers in Nigeria are from now on to undergo proper technical training and certification under the Nigerian Skills Qualification Framework. Charles Alpha was at the public presentation of the framework by the National Board for Technical Education.
Skills, not degrees. The future of work globally. The turning point in the federal government's skills development policy, driven by the National Board for Technical Education, seeks to engage more Nigerian youths in skills development and discourage outsourcing of foreign skilled personnel operating in the local industries.
We have so many of them who have proficiency but no certification. And with this launch today, they will now go for recognition of prior learning. They will be given certificates as level 3 and SQ.
If you are talking about crashes, you are talking about obstructions, you are talking about the challenges on the highways, enforcement is just 10%. You need to put all the instrumentalities into correct perspective. And that is one of them is what NBTE is doing.
The National Skills Qualification Level 3 for articulated vehicle drivers, formally presented as approved by the Federal Executive Council, provides standard operational know-how and what learner must know on the job with minimum qualification, equivalent to those obtainable globally.
The manual is going to bridge the gap that has been on in this particular area of driving.
The drivers of articulated vehicles. They are the working force of our social activities, and I want all of us to be considering drivers as professionals.
Stakeholders were optimistic. With the framework, heavy-duty drivers now have the chance to acquire certificates beyond their driver's license, which will offer them work permit in the UK. Charles Alpha, NTA News.
He is currently on a visit, speaking at a state banquet in his honor. Well, back to the rest of the news. Just before we linked up with the president who was speaking at his state banquet, we had told you that drivers of articulated vehicles would from now on be trained and certified as having possessed the normal skills. Now, to speak more on that, we're joined live in the studio by the Executive Secretary of the National Board for Technical Education, Professor Idris Bugaji. Thanks for joining us on Network News tonight.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Right. We listened to the report about articulated vehicles, vehicle drivers being trained. What's the interest of the NBTE in articulated vehicle drivers?
Well, the NBTE has the mandate to develop curriculum and national occupational standards for every training program outside the university system. For very long, we have been working on diploma, national diploma, higher national diploma. Now we are focusing on skills, because skills is the present global currency of labor. And this articulated vehicle driver skills are a low-hanging fruit. At the moment, Nigeria, has so many truck drivers, heavy truck drivers, with a lot of capacity, but no certification. And at the moment, again, across the world, in UK, there are skill gaps in truck drivers. They need at least 5,000 as a fallout to COVID-19. Canada needs thousands of them. Other European countries require thousands of them. And if care is not taken, they will end up bringing Asians. And we see this as an opportunity for Nigerian truck drivers to be properly certified, so that they can fill the gaps within Nigeria and, if possible, even beyond the borders of Nigeria.
Well, there are other skilled tradesmen and women who otherwise have no certification, and they're contributing to national development. What plans do you have for those?
Well, we have a very pragmatic plan towards, trying to, this informal sector. We're trying to formalize the informal sector. There are a number of programs on that: welding, industrial mechatronics, other, industrial skills needed by different industries, and several others. So we are working with the various training centers. We are working with the industries to develop the national occupational standards under the Nigerian Skills Qualification Framework. And for example, if you go to Kaduna, there is Panteka. We are working on that, trying to see how skills in Panteka can be properly certified.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, Professor Idris Bugaji, Executive Secretary, National Board for Technical Education, thanks for coming. We'll leave the